Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honor speak to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the elders and Akimi of GMS and men that are like him, that is pushing word with truth and sincerity. Shalom, total select. Now I'm going to go into a quick lesson here, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, of course. And it's going to be simply entitled, Pay Attention to the Signs. All right. Now, what I mean by that is, I got the definition, the Bible definition of what signs are. I mean, of course, we know what signs are, but we're going to read it. And then, honestly, it's through the Spirit because I wanted to make a quick decision. Well, not a quick decision, but I needed to make a decision nonetheless. But I was, just thinking, meditating on, what's to come if I make the decision, if I don't make the decision. So I paid attention to signs, man. You know what us, talking about Apostle Elder Bishop GMS, we like to look in the air. We like to look at numbers. We like to look at like addresses, numbers that make sense, that correlates with the scriptures, with prophecy. You know what I mean? That's why Jake is always looking up, looking down, looking left, looking right, looking at looking at numbers. Now, of course, we don't do this 24/7. We don't bird watch or nothing. We don't bug ourselves out. But we know that we have been confirmed through signs. All right, because Yahweh Shem Shai, he throws out signs, all right, to confirm stuff. Signs. That's exactly what is going on now. He's confirming things. Every day, there's something to talk about when it comes to prophecy. Because we're in those days when they're latter end of times. And latter end times, that calls for what? Revelation 13:16, the micro C-hip, destruction, World War III missiles, Esau being taken down, to 2/3 getting wiped out, America being destroyed, Babylon the Great. All right, sign and crying of these heathen nations. All these are signs. All right, so we pay attention here. All right, we keep our eyes open, and we pay attention to the signs, because the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai has put things, or put us in predicaments, or put us in these scenarios to where we have to pay attention to stuff, so we can confirm things through what? Via the scriptures and the Spirit. All right, so I got the definition. I put the word signs just for Bible search. You know, every word that says signs, they got precepts. I put a few. So let's start with the definition of signs, the biblical version, the biblical definition of signs. It's an AI overview out of Google. It says, in the Bible, signs often refer to extraordinary events or symbolic acts that point to divine intervention, communication, or confirmation. Oof. They can be miracles, symbolic actions, or even natural phenomena, all intended to convey a message from our power, Yahweh Shem Shai. You know I had to say that. It says to validate his messengers or demonstrate his power. Now, there's a couple things, I might do a testimony on this, but there's a couple things, like yesterday. I wasn't stressing out, but, I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. All right, but thinking about renewing my lease, so to speak, down here in Columbus, Ohio. I like my apartment. I'm very comfortable with it. I'm a simple man. But I was thinking about moving out, but things are ramping up to where I'm so busy that I don't have time to do a lot of things, But anyways, so I'm just looking for signs. I'm looking for confirmation. All right, I'm gonna read that again because that's absolutely fire. All right, that's why majority of men that see signs and wonders and wondrous things or confirmations is men, starting with the apostles and elder bishops of GMS, and men that are like them. Because we always talk about signs and power, superpowers. Yahweh Shai coming back, get us up out of here. Oh, man, I'm going to toss tanks. I'm going to chop, karate kick fucking the Empire State Building. Man, we're going to do all types of things. All right, we're the only ones really to talk about seeing chariots, watching chariots. That's a special thing. That gives us confirmation that we're doing the right thing, so to speak, man. And we like to think that as well, But anyways, I gotta read that one more time because that was absolutely on point. Salakia had a damn fingernail chopped off. That shit hurt. Back at it. AI overview in the Bible. It says signs often refer to extraordinary events or symbolic acts that point to divine intervention, communication, or confirmation. They can be miracles, symbolic actions, or even natural phenomena, all intended to convey message from our power, validate his messengers. Who's the messengers? The prophets. Or demonstrate his power. Oh, come on, man. Did you not see, demonstrate his power through who? Yahweh Shai during the times of the plagues of Egypt. That was a divine intervention. We needed that. We needed that route through the river, man. All right, because we was gonna get washed up, either washed up or get put to death by them Egyptians. They was cornering us, but Yahweh Shai Shai came through, has made his way to demonstrate his power, his prowess. It says that's pretty much it. And we can read all this, but damn, this is all fire. Divine revelation, signs are a means for the Most High to reveal himself, his will, or his promises to humanity. All right. Confirmation of the Most High's word. They can authenticate the Most High's messengers like prophets or confirm the truth of his spoken word. We see that every day. All right. We can kind of draw a fine line between who are the 2/3 and who are the Lord's hopeful elect and the 1/3 Lord's will. Many signs in the Bible are miraculous events like the plagues of Egypt. I just mentioned that. The parting of the Red Sea. Yep, just mentioned that. Or Yahweh Shai's miracles, which serve as powerful displays of the Most High's power and authority. It's all to give reverence to Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So when we confirm these, we're looking in the skies because Yahweh Shai is throwing us a bone, so to speak, and to keep our spirits up so we can keep fighting, pushing. He throw us a few chariots. All right, go ahead, man. Do a show of force, man. Let brothers know that I'm still looking out for them. Let them know I'm still rooting for them. You know what I mean? Heavenly Father, hey, go ahead, go down there, man. Just flex on GMS Kansas City. Go ahead, go down there, just flex on GMS Chicago, or go visit the apostles and elder bishops down there on the east side. You know, or go back, go to Los Angeles. You know, show them brothers some love, man. Yahweh Shai is doing that, man, and it's beautiful. So Barakatah Yahweh Shai, because the chariots I've seen and the miracles I've seen and the divine intervention that the Lord has got me out of, and he's put me through, he's chastening us. It's all for the betterment of us, man. All right, of our organization. All right. It says miracles, many signs in the Bible are miraculous events like, okay, I already read that. Symbolic acts. Some signs are symbolic actions like the rainbow in the sky. See? Mercy, of course. Rainbow in the sky as a sign of Most High's covenant with Noah, representing his promise never to flood the earth again. That's having mercy. But the second death, we already know what the second death is. That's fire. Covenant markers. Signs can be used to mark or remind people of the Most High's covenants with them, such as circumcision for the Israelites. All right, that's one. That's a physical feature. All right, to cut the foreskin of your male member. All right. Also, what else I was just thinking about? The fringes. Yeah, the fringes. Matter of fact, I seen a nigga, I ain't gonna lie, I call him a nigga because he's still walking dreads, man. And he was walking, I was walking towards Lowe's. He was walking from Lowe's. I seen him, I shalawamed him. He shalamed me. I'm like, nothing, all right, whatever. I seen his fringes. He got a t-shirt fringe. You know, it's not going off, but damn, nigga, you got dreads on. Look like he smoked blacks, but I could be wrong, but the dreads is enough for me. You know, wearing fringes honestly don't, come on, man. Anyways, but that's another so-called physical or carnal way to show the Lord's covenant. All right. Prophetic fulfillment. And it's the last one because prophecy is extremely important. In the prophetic book, signs often accompany the messengers of the prophets, pointing to the future events or the fulfillment of the Most High's promises. So that's huge. That is the biggest piece on our plate, is to prophesy. All right. Now let's get into these precepts because I got to get back. All right. But yeah, that's absolutely fire, man. Just signs, man. Now let's go into some precepts. I will get. Let's start with Luke 21. And it's beautiful. Oh yeah, back to the little thing. Like I said, man, I was like, man. And what's funny is, like I said, I'm not a numerology kind of guy. I'm not into numbers. I'm not into stargaze. I'm not into all that shit. I like to touch surfaces of stuff, but I'm not into all that because that can bug you out. Numbers can bug you out. A lot of things can bug you out if you overdo it. But I was like, man, Lord's will, give me a sign or something. I was, just trying to see what I want to do. Whether I stay, because where I stay is a little expensive, but I like the peace of mind, man. I don't like niggas being around me. I like peace of mind, but I'm very comfortable with it. But I could have got something a little cheaper if I would have pressed on the gas, but through the Spirit. Anyways, long story short, my license plate number for my Tacoma is the four. Let me just pull up the picture, because I had to take a picture of it yesterday because I was like, hold up, those are the same numbers as my fucking as my door number 2. So now my Tacoma license plate number, Salakia, had it pulled up. The 4 of it, the numbers of it is 7321. All right, 7321. If you keep those numbers in mind, 7321. That was my last 4 of my Tacoma license plate number. Now, I took a picture of this truck yesterday, a black truck. He was on in front of me. His license plate number was 3721. See, it's just interchanged a little bit. 3721, 7321. All right. So I like, hold up. I took a picture of it. That shit was crazy to me. All right. All the same numbers, but just scrambled a little bit. Now, mind you, my house where I live now, my apartment, the address on it is 371. Come on, man. You can't, it's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. All right. Now, Lord can show you signs and it can completely bug you out. All right. But like I said, I just take it for a grain of salt because, like I said, it's not a coincidence that this happened. All right. So I was like, man, you know what? Let me just go ahead and renew the lease. Boom. That was like throwing up through the Spirit, it's like me throwing up a lot or casting up a lot. All right. I cast a lot just based off those numbers. All right. That's why we pay attention to a lot of stuff like that. Because that like it amps us up, man. Gives us a faith booster, man. The Lord is still looking out for you. He's still guiding you. He's still leading you. He knows your thoughts. Psalms, the 139th chapter, man. The Lord knows everything about you. He knows, all right, I'm comfortable here. All right, cool. I can stay out the way. But if I move somewhere else, it might be a different landscape for me. I might have to move a little different. All right, you know what I mean? So the Lord knows, man. Anyways, let's get some precepts. But I found that very interesting. And also today, when I had 2 jobs, it's back-to-back job. This is funny too. Now, the 2 jobs I had, one was down in 15 minutes apart. One was 6423 or 6243 or some shit like that. That was the address for that first job. Then the job that I was at previous to this one now was 6423. Oh, so it was the same 4 numbers, but they was just a little jumbled. And I'm not trying to bug out of them, but it's like, yo, you know what I mean? It's no coincidence to what Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Everything's everything. Anyways, let's get precepts and close out. I just found that very interesting, man. Because Yahweh Shem Yahshai, he's the master of this ship. He controls everything. He just sends out orders. All right. So whoever keeps saying that, some weak ass Christian talking about Jesus is God, which Jesus is a God. All right. All right. Hey, I'm a God. It says in Psalms 82:6. And it also made mention, I believe, in John. All right. Where Yahweh Shai quoted it out of Psalms. Oh, man, it's totally 2 different entities, man. Bug out niggas. Anyways, Luke 21:25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. So that's just a quick one. That goes into 70 AD, the Matthew and that time, but you can also equate that to here because we're in the latter end. All right, we're paying attention to the signs. That's why looking at watching, being a watchman is extremely important. All right, because we got to forecast this stuff, and then once we forecast, hold on. We gotta look for this stuff to tell it. You know, I believe that's what the word means. I believe. Anyway, before forecast. I might look that definition up. Anyways, let's go back and get a couple more close out. Like I said, I'm not a guy that goes home and looks at these stupid, I don't know, gematria. I don't know how real that is. I don't care too much to know about it, but It might make sense, not to me though. I mean, some brothers may look into it a little bit. I did, but I just don't have time for it. You know, I don't want to go down another rabbit hole, so to speak. Signs. Yeah, Psalm 78:43, how he had wrought his signs in Egypt and his wonders in the field of Zoan. They showed the signs among them and wonders in the land of Ham. I'm just reading through Psalms 78:43, Psalms 105:27, Isaiah 8:18. Behold, I and the children whom the Lord hath given me are for signs and for wonders in Israel, for the Lord Yahweh of hosts, which dwelleth in the Mount Zion. All right, the Israelites. All right, he shows us signs, man. All right, he also gives us visions. I can get that real quick. Look, Jeremiah 32:20, which has set signs and wonders in the land of Egypt, even unto this day, and in Israel, and among other men, and has made thee a name as at this day. Man, Lord is always showing us signs. Always, man. You just got to pay attention to it. You got to have the spirit to understand it too as well. Visions, man. All right, let's get that and close out. Is it, I want to say it's in Joel. Is it Joel? Yep. All right. Joel 2:28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. Yeah. Let me see if there's another one here. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and the terrible day of our Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai come. So these are the Lord is giving us signs that his impending his impending return. These are signs, man. The ushering of Yahweh Shai, the destruction, the World War III, martial law, man. Yo, pay attention. That's all we're saying. All right, look up in the air, look left, look right, look behind you, look down, look up. Signs all over this place, man. All right. So the return of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, man. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord Yahweh shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord Yahweh has said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. Who's the remnant? I hope and pray I'm of the hopeful elect. That's the hopeful elect, man. All right, he shows the hopeful elect a lot of signs. Lord's will is not to our delusion or our detriment. It's to our what's that? It's not to our detriment, but to the opposite of it, which is a good thing, Lord's will. All right, so with that, I'm going to give all praise, all honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double odds be to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and citation to the elders while Akim of GMS. And men that are like him, that is push the word of truth and sincerity. Shalom, so don't reflect, wild Bible ball, shalom.